the stories coming out of Israel and the Gaza Strip today are genuinely horrifying on a human level. To think of civilians caught up in fighting, which is of nothing that they have done that has precipitated that. Just on that sheer human level, you just cannot feel anything but sympathy for people. And then you have to say that the international community has to then move on to find new ways of offering people who live in Israel and the Palestinian people longer-term prospects of success.
Which puts a lot that we'll talk about now firmly in perspective, given what's going on. I'm just curious, your reaction to Sir Keir Starmer's comments last week. He wouldn't repeat the word blueprint as to what he'd like to follow. Does that disappoint you at all?
No, absolutely not at all. It just seems absurd to me to imagine that a Labour leader of the United Kingdom would think that his job is a sort of drag and drop from Wales to the United Kingdom. Look what Keir will be doing. He'll be looking at everything that goes on wherever Labour is in power. The fantastic things that are happening here in Liverpool, for example, the work of Andy Burnham in Manchester with the reform of buses ahead of what we are able to do in Wales. And then he'll be looking to see where there are ideas that he can use to form the prospectus for an incoming Labour government, if there is to be one. And of course, there are many things that Wales will provide to that, but we'll be one part of a wider mix.
Is there a sense that perhaps, and I appreciate you will do your thing, he will do his thing to a certain extent, but in the context of a general election, some of the things that you brought in and are proposing, like 20 miles per hour, like Senate reform, are making his job more difficult?
Well, I don't think so. It's the nature of devolution, isn't it? There is no point in having devolution if we are not able to exercise the responsibilities that we have and to make the decisions that are right for Wales. Keir understands that absolutely. I have my responsibilities, he has his. We talk, of course, we do, but we respect each other's different roles.
And on economy and hope, were you disappointed to hear Joe Stevens, Shadow Welsh Secretary, yesterday not commit to Barnet consequentials for the leg of HS2 that is being built from Birmingham to London?
Well, I just completely understand that Labour's team aren't going to approach the run-up to an election by signing cheques randomly here, there and everywhere.
I mean, a lot to Wales, wouldn't it?
Look, and we will go on making the case. We absolutely believe that we were cheated out of money that should have come to Wales under a proper interpretation of the Barnet formula. We'll go on making that case to our Labour colleagues while recognising that they will have to, in those early days, take a view of what can be done in the round. This will be an important thing. I stand up for Wales. I will make that case. I recognise that they will have a bigger picture that they will be having to think about as well.